Orlando BMX private practice gate session. In this gate, we have Roger in gate 8, Weston in gate 7, Oliver in gate 6, Wes in gate 5. Looks like Ethan's right there in gate 4, right in between Alex, who's in gate 3 there, in between a couple of big guys. Scott in gate 2, and that's Waylon in gate 1. So we'll watch the race out of the gate first. Who gets out their head out first, and their wheel over that gate. You can see right away Waylon's got his head out first, but it looks like Wes and Alex are coming across that. They're about, I think Wes just right there, you can see he might have just a slight advantage over Alex and Waylon. But that's because he's got his wheel up. So any of you that are thinking about or working on getting your wheel up, Alex got his wheel up too. He's just late on it. Excuse me. So Waylon gets forward for sure, the furthest and before everybody. Alex gets on his bars quick when he decides to go. Just the late reaction time. And Wes, boy, if you could bring that reaction time and timing, your wheel's right on the gate, if you can get forward on those handlebars the way Alex and Waylon are, you would really be cooking, buddy. All right. The rest of you coming out of the gate, you're a little, well, looks like Scott. I got to give Scott a little credit on his reaction time down there. You're not getting forward, so your wheel isn't with everybody on that first pop. But you're out there with them. If you could get forward, you would hang through the rest of that gate with them. So good reaction time. You just got to get forward. Match Waylon's body motion there when you're in the gate next to him. You guys are the same age. That would be good for you. The rest of you either went late or just didn't get forward. So we'll start right here with Roger. I seen Roger coming across the gate that time. He was forward. So he might have just went a little late on this one. Yeah. Just late on that one, just a little late. And you can see as you're coming down, which Roger and Sadie, both of you have been on to a one-on-one session since this. So you've changed a lot of things, but you can see right here, your right wrist is pointing straight out. Your knuckles are pointing straight out, and your left is pointing straight down. And that's just the just the incorrect form you had coming forward. Just giving a lot of effort, and that's what came out. But we've fixed that since. So all you're probably working on now is timing, because you know to keep your hips up and your wrists rolled and to stay tall through the gate. And so this is not really much of how your gate looks now, but just to make sure we're including you, you just see how your body's pointing up and straight out and your hips have dropped. And I know that's all changed since this gate. Once you get going, you get in good form here and you're good going down the hill. So we're going to move on to Weston, because I know your gate's different now, Roger. Weston, you're working with a good form. You're starting with a good form, but you just don't get to the front of your bike quick enough, or really at all. And that causes your front wheel to turn a little bit. And I know, again, this is Orlando, so some of you are intimidated to really go after that first jump, but that's what it takes. So you got to go a little sooner and a little further forward, faster, sooner, all of it. More to the front of your bike. Let's see, your wrists could be rolled up more too. Your knuckles are kind of halfway in between there, so you could roll your wrists more forward so your knuckles are pointing at the ground. And that might promote you to get your hips, closer to those handlebars by getting your head and chest out further. Down the hill, you see you're sitting on your second pedal right here. Your hips, your butt is right over your second pedal right there. And so that's hard to get the second pedal around. I got Oliver right next to you. Oliver, you have a good form right here. You just don't move forward much. Kind of come forward a little, and that generates a little speed. You have good timing. You move at the right time. And you're driving in the right direction. It's just not enough motion. And I know you might be a little intimidated being one of the youngest riders in this gate. Everybody's a little bit older than you, except Ethan, 2 gates over there. So, but, it's our team, and we all said we're going to keep it straight to that first jump, so it's important to get in there and work at it. You're pedaling down the hill, that's good. You're in good form down the hill. Just got to work on getting over the hump of giving more effort right at the beginning and just going through with it. because you got good form. Everything's right there, Oliver. Just give a little more, and best just be doing it over and over. Wes, we talked a little bit about yours at the beginning. Good timing, good pull on the wheel, good strength, good form. Just need to get the hips in front of your knees right here. Your head comes across the bars first, then the chest. If you would extend your head and your shoulders further beyond those handlebars, your hips would just follow along, and they would be in front of your knees. See, when your wheel comes down, you're kind of setting on that second pedal too. Boom, that's a hard position to be in. You want to kind of work on keeping your head out further. You can see Waylon's got his head out beyond you guys, even though he's probably behind you right here. He's really working to keep his hips in front of his second pedal. Not bad, though. Your hips don't get too far back, so still really good. You just a little further forward. Your head's not out really past your handlebars right there. And that would really give you more drive down the hill and allow that second pedal to come around cleaner. Ethan, buddy, you get lost in the mix right here, but I can see a little bit. And I know it's intimidating being next to these big guys, but that was why we had you in that gate, man, and just to get comfortable with it. So you definitely started pedaling, you just didn't get forward, and I'm sure that was just having everybody really tall around you, but you do a good job pedaling all the way down the hill. Let me back out a little bit more and zoom in on you here. Pedaling all the way to that 30-foot line, so that's good. Just got to really practice pushing that head out forward. I see you going. Boom, you're pulling. But when you're a little nervous about other people being in the gate with you, buddy, you just got to work on pushing your head out over your handlebars no matter what. Because you see how fast those big guys get away? They're nowhere around you now. So one strong pedal, no matter what you did, they were going to be gone in that gate. But you do a good job pedaling down the hill. Alex, good form. Everything's really good there. Timing is your thing. You see where your wheel is. It's behind everybody's. So you got to start this wind-up that you have because you do slingshot. You got to start sooner. You and Wes move at the same time, but your wheel comes back much further, and that's not bad. Actually, you can see Wes doesn't come back at all. So if you're moving at the same time as Wes, you're late, man. You got to start moving before him. You should be the first one to move in the gate. Really, yeah, you're moving at the same time Waylon is, and he does get his wheel back, but you see your wind-up's longer. You get your wheel up also. So it's got to start sooner than everybody in this gate. And just as soon as anybody. Gavin gets his wheel up and gets back pretty good. I would get in gates there with Gavin and see who's sooner on timing and challenge you guys to get faster and to beat each other out of the gate because you guys get good wheel and you slingshot out of the gate. He's a good partner to go against. Gavin and Alex, if you guys see each other, I'd find each other to get gates together. Scott, your partner's got to be Waylon, man, because you got a good reaction time as Waylon. You just don't get forward the way he does, and that's the only reason you're losing out of the gate here. You get where you can stretch out and get comfortable like that coming out of the gate, and you'll be good, buddy. Waylon, good reaction time, leaning way out over the bars, chest looking down. Staying up on those bars through the gate. Good gate. Let's watch everybody at the bottom of the hill here. Watching everybody's drive. Rogers over his bars good. Looks like he's pulling on those bars. Weston, you could have that head out further. And I think Oliver could too. Wes, you could get that head out further driving down the hill. Can't really see Alex, but you're in good form. Body's looking down. You're pulling on your handlebars, cranking away. Good. Ethan, I think you could get up on those bars a little more. I see your arms are slanted back. So you want to have your chest and your shoulders up on top of your handlebars right here. And the littler guys, this is a little harder to do because they're smaller. So I see you working to do that. So it's a little more deceiving with those guys. But keep in mind, that's what you're trying to do, is be on top of those handlebars straight over them so you can pull on them all the way down the hill. Scott, you're over your bars right there, buddy. That looks good. Good drive down the hill. Just that first initial leave of the gate, that first pedal or two is what you really need to work on because your drive down the hill is good form. I don't know how hard you're digging right there because Waylon's digging real hard next to you and it looks like he's just giving more effort. So you got to work on giving that kind of effort down the hill. You guys are close to the same age. Be racing each other when you get to that expert level with him and Roger, so you got to match those guys' effort down the hill. See who's not pedaling to the first jump. Alex is pedaling all the way to it. Wes, you look like you gave up a pedal there, dude. Roger, you definitely gave up a pedal there, but I know you kind of had issues with that first jump at that day. So I think a lot's going to change the next time you visit Orlando BMX. Waylon pedaled all the way to it, looks like. Might have gave up a pedal right there. Pedaled. Left foot comes around. Waylon's lefty. I don't know if he could have got another pedal in there. Oliver gave up a full pedal. Weston gave up a full pedal. You pedaled once, but you could pedal again. Ethan and Scott. Let's see, Scott's ahead. So Scott, again, coasting all the way to it. You got to pedal after that 30-foot line, Scott. Ethan, I know you've had your troubles with that first jump, but you're getting a little better with it. You took another pedal in. Good. Good. All right. Good to the first jump there. Let's see how we're doing over the first jump to the first turn. Alex, you really got to be over right now. You can't be going over that tabletop in lane 3 or 4 in your class. You got to be over there in lane 1 or 2. Wes, same with you. Waylon came out of the gate right there. He's in good. Roger, you got to be over. You got to be over on Wes's rear tire right here, and Wes has got to be inside. Everybody up front has got to be over. Everybody in this whole entire gate's got to be over. Oliver should be over. Weston should be over. Ethan should be over. Only people that are in the right place are the 2 people that came out of gate 1 and 2 and stayed there. Waylon and Scott. Why is this gate so spread out? Wes, you should have been in front of Waylon. Right here. Side by side with Alex. As soon as he's got you over that first jump, you should be over behind him and forcing Waylon to back him down. I said after the first jump we can all start getting over. I remember saying that, so I don't know what the deal was there.